This is Inside Badger Football with head coach Trey Shucker. Financial support for Inside Badger Football comes from Turner & Turner, attorneys at law. Blake Bell of Edward Jones Investments. The accounting firm of Turner, Rogers, Manning & Plyler. Welch Funeral Home. Roger Wingfield of State Farm Insurance. Southern Bancorp. Chad Kesterson with Shelter Insurance. Southwest Sporting Goods. Taylor King and Associates. Mary and Martha's Florists and Gifts. Price and Company. Doctors Rob and Gary Rucker. Eccles, Thompson and Ebone. EasyBins.com. And Farm Bureau Insurance of Clark County. The host of Inside Badger Football is Preston Crowder.
Hello and welcome to yet another week of Inside Badger Football with Arkadelphia head coach Trey Shucker. Coach, thanks for being with us. This week was really fun. It was a big road playoff victory, 34-7 over the Mena Bearcats.
Yeah, it was, and 34-7. It was a really good game for a long time, anyways. And they're a good football team. They really were, and they were really tough. And they're being the one seed out of their conference, they won their conference, so they came out really fired up, ready to play football. It was a really good game. And
this win does put you into the round of 16. It's a big, you love playing deep into the playoffs in this week.
Yeah.
You get to be playing past Thanksgiving. That's a really big plus for you and your team.
Yeah, anytime you get to play on Thanksgiving week, it's a really big deal. Not a lot of teams get to experience that, and it's kind of been a thing around Arkadelphia that week. That's what we do, and our kids are the same way. So.
Now the trip to Mena, I know it's a really tough one. It's really windy roads, especially on a bus. And you knew it was going to be a tough game, talking about they're a really good team on the road. What did you do to kind of get your team prepared, not only for the game, but the trip itself?
The biggest thing was we knew it was going to be a tough game. Being on the road, you got to win those big games to win championships. You got to win on the road. The biggest thing is just we talked, about staying together, play for each other, and stay together as a team, and, we'll be all right.
And as we'll see in the highlights, you guys really dominated after the first drive, as we'll see coming up. Mena scored on the first drive, but after that, you guys outscored them 34-0. That's a really testament to your team and how they can respond from being down early in the game.
That's right. That first drive that they had was a really long drive. I think it was 19 plays that Mena put together to score. Going into it, that's kind of what we thought. We thought that they wanted to put together some long, slow drives to try to keep the ball out of our hands. Our defense responded well to that. They allowed them. They let them score that first drive, but after that, they didn't give them much.
And I know we touched on it a little bit. Playing past Thanksgiving has really become kind of a theme around Arkadelphia.
Yeah.
The past 3 seasons, we have 2 of those resulting in state championships. I know this is your first year, but kind of that winning culture that Arkadelphia already has got to be big for your team moving forward in these playoffs.
That's right, and Arkadelphia's won a lot of playoff games in the past 3-4 years, and you can really see that in our kids. Our kids expect to be in the playoffs. They expect to win in the playoffs, and it's really exciting moving forward.
Awesome, sweet. So we're going to jump into some of these highlights at Mena this last Friday. You guys kicked off. We didn't get the opening kickoff, but we have the first drive starting right here. And as we'll see, it's a very long drive, and they really kept it on the ground for most of it. And like you said, a really long drive resulting in a touchdown.
They did. It was a 19-play long drive. They kind of slowed it down. They didn't really tempo us. They were really trying to think about what they wanted to run and how they wanted to attack our defense. I thought our defense did a great job responding. There wasn't any big plays in this drive, and that's kind of the result of a 19-play drive. They just kind of nickel and dimed us down the field. They put the ball on the ground a lot in the run game, and just dink and dunked us down the field.
And a lot of times it seems like you stop them on first and second down, and then third and fourth down you have a chance to get off the field in this particular drive, and you just couldn't quite get off the field in certain situations. Yeah,
on this drive, third down was a big deal for us. We weren't able to get them off the field on third down a lot. We actually, they converted a fourth down, I believe, and they just did a really good job putting together a drive.
See here, again, keep driving. You guys did get pretty good pressure on him, and we saw the quarterback. He didn't really want to run it a lot, something that was a little different. We've faced some running quarterbacks this year, and he was really comfortable in the pocket on this drive in particular.
Yeah, he's more of a pocket passer style quarterback, but we did a really good job. Our secondary did a great job of not allowing any big plays, and that was really what we wanted to do going into the game. We didn't want to allow any big plays.
And what was were you guys were expecting kind of this kind of offense for Mena going in?
Yeah, we knew they would be multiple. We knew that they would get into the shotgun and throw the ball around a little bit. They've got a couple really good receivers. They've got a really good tight end. We also knew that they were going to get under center and get in the I formation a little bit and do some different things out of that. They had a really good screen game going into the game, so they did a lot of really good stuff.
So still driving down here, almost in the end zone. Good play here to not allow them to get in the end zone on third down. So a big fourth down play coming up, but like we said, they converted on fourth down a couple times. They just barely get in the end zone for an early lead.
Yeah, it was one of those things where our defense wasn't really giving them anything. We made them earn everything that they got right there on that drive.
Now all night we didn't see the Bearcats really kick it off very deep, some short kicks. So that resulted in decent field position for you guys. But on this drive, just really couldn't get things going for your first drive of the game, resulting in a 3-and-out.
Yeah, we did have good field position. Offensively, we just struggled to get something going down the field. We just, weren't able to put it together.
Taking a deep shot right here. A little bit out of bounds, and that was a third down play, so it results in a punt from Buster Thomas. But it gets a good roll right here, which is big for you guys.
Yeah, so really got the good roll, really helped our defense out on the next drive, putting the ball on the other end of the field.
And like we mentioned earlier, the Bearcats had a 7-0 lead, but as we'll see moving forward in these highlights, after that first drive, which was not over a 9-minute drive, took up most of the first quarter, you guys absolutely dominated the rest of the game. Yeah,
our defense did a great job of responding and realizing, just trust the game plan of what we had going in. That's pretty much all we did on defense. We just trust the game plan and continue to play our style of defense, play aggressive, get to the football, and wrap up. So did a really good job and took away the big plays.
So now we're in the second quarter. You guys forcing the 3-and-out of the Bearcats, getting the ball right back. And then here we see Jayshawn Davis, a big run right here. I thought last Friday was one of his toughest games all year. He had to really be a tough runner all night against the Bearcat defense.
He did. He really did. Mena, they're a tough football team. They're going to get to you, and they tackle really well. They got some really hard hitters over there. They got some really good linebackers. And I thought Jayshawn did a really good job getting his shoulder pad level lower and running hard.
Good catch there by Kyler Pfeiffer to set you guys up in a good situation here driving. And then you see handing it off to Jayshawn Davis yet again, getting in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, right here, we liked our matchup and liked the numbers in the box. We were able to run the ball. O-line did a great job Friday night also. Big kudos to those guys. We challenged those guys all week. We knew that they were going to get in multiple fronts, and they were able to handle that.
So 7-7 is our score. Good pressure there on the quarterback, which we saw a lot as the game progressed, making him make quick decisions, forcing intentional grounding out there.
Yeah, we wanted to mix it up, find different ways to get pressure on the quarterback, especially when in those passing down situations. And you see it right here. We're ready for it. Big hit right there by Kalen Jones. That was their tight end who they were trying to target, but we're able to get a PBU right there.
So again, your defense coming up with a big stop, which will be a theme, like we've said, the rest of the game, getting the ball back and just trying to make something happen, kind of get the lead here, moving forward in this game.
That's right. Offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense gave us. They were very multiple on defense, gave us different fronts, different coverages. So biggest thing is just take what the defense gives you. Don't try to force anything too much. Just take what they give you.
Right here, a third down play. It didn't look like Buster Thomas wanted to throw it away and give up on the third down play, but made kind of an errant throw, and the interception was a result of it.
Yeah, Buster's just trying to get the ball out of his hands right there, trying to get the ball away. Just wish it could have been a little bit more out of bounds, but biggest thing is he's just getting the ball out of his hands.
So Mena gets good field position here moving forward, but again, your defense comes up really big. This could have been a chance for the Bearcats to take the lead right back, but your defense came up strong.
Yeah, they had some really big physical running backs, and we responded well to that. Getting downhill, playing downhill, really wrapping up well.
Good play right there on fourth down, but the pass was incomplete, so you guys getting the ball back. that's got to be a big pick-me-up. Like I said, good field position, defense came up strong. Now you guys have a chance to get the lead 14-7.
That's right, and we wanted to take advantage of that opportunity. You know, defense did a great job holding them on fourth. Now it's our turn to go score.
This is a great pass here from Buster Thomas, rolling out to his right and completing the pass.
Yeah, you know, really good job finding Braylon Bailey. Braylon came up with a big catch. You see right here, Kyler Pfeiffer making people miss, getting upfield.
Deep shot right there, but you guys still trying to drive a little bit. Buster rolling out, making something happen. And I thought he did a good job of making stuff happen with his legs, as we saw right there. And you know, we talked about it a lot, but it's just really an underrated part of his game, being able to use his legs and being a dual threat quarterback.
That's right. He does a great job of extending those plays and finding people downfield when he gets out of the pocket. You know, he's always got that attribute to get, you know, tuck the ball and get downfield.
So a handoff to Jay-Sean Davis gives you guys a 14-point lead. As the extra point's good as well. You got to be feeling good after, like I said, after that first drive of the game, kind of settle things down in the second quarter, and now you guys have the lead.
Yeah, you know, we just wanted to stick to our game plan, play our style of offense. You know, we want to be fast, efficient, and we want to play physical as well. And that's what we did. Just take what they gave us and get down the field, keep putting those first downs together, and get to score.
Now you guys mentioned that they had a good receiver in Hooper and a good tight end in Brotherton, who's actually a Kansas commit. You guys did a great job of covering them all night long.
Yeah, you know, that was our game plan. We knew that they really tried to get those guys the football, and that was, you know, those two guys right there are a big part of their offense. And you know, they got a really good quarterback that can get them the football. And so right here, you know, you see different ways to try to get the football to them. They try to force feed them, but right there, that's on fourth down, and we're able to get them out of bounds before the stick. So going into it right here, we get the ball back and just weren't able to put a drive together. You know, it's just one of those plays where it didn't really work out for us.
And it's towards the end of the first half, so just need to come up with another big stop right here, take the lead going into halftime, and you guys would receive the opening kickoff in the second half, so that would also be a big plus for you guys.
Yeah, you know, getting the ball in the second half was huge. You know, trying to get a drive together, go score, putting the score a little bit ahead more.
Good kickoff return right here, setting you guys up, decent field position, and you know, it seems like Jay-Sean Davis, when you didn't go to him, you also had other options with Buster Thomas on the ground and Braylon Bailey on the ground as well all night long. Yeah,
you saw Braylon Bailey get to run the ball a little bit more Friday night than we have in the past. You know, big physical play right here by Jay-Sean. Got him on the screen.
And like I said, it was a tough night for him all night long running the ball. He had a really good night, as we see, you know, a few good runs, another one right there, but he just really had to fight all night long through that Mena Bearcat defensive line.
It is, and you know, it helps having a back like Jay-Sean in a game like this where you got a back that's 230 pounds. You know, you're going to get some physical defense. It's nice being able to have him to be able to move the ball down the field a little bit more.
So you guys converted on fourth down once already here. Another fourth down play. Everything was kind of covered, and Buster trying to scramble, make something happen, but they were really keyed in on him, had a good coverage right there and stopped y'all on fourth down.
Yeah, they did a really good job of mixing up kind of what they were doing and trying to disguise it. You know, credit to Mena on that. They do a great job of it, and you know, ultimately thought we did a really good job of being able to handle it in the end.
Good coverage right there, as we see two of your defensive backs all over that right there. And you guys have been coming up with a big turnover here in a few plays, which really kind of turned the game in your favor moving forward in the second half.
Yeah, you know, that was the big thing on defense. You know, we didn't allow them to have any big plays. You see right here, Donovan Witten making a big play on the ball, intercepted it, just kind of got stumbled up. If we're at home, we probably score that.
There you go.
On the road, things happen like that, but really big game by him.
Yeah, Donovan had a great game. Big interception right there, set you guys up in great field position to start. And we see Braylon Bailey right here on the wheel route. Buster rolling out to the left. Was kind of covered at first, but you know, if you try again, you will succeed. And Buster just kept waiting and waiting, and finally it came open, giving you guys a 20-7 lead.
Yeah, you see Buster just extending that play. He rolls to him, just kind of lets Braylon get open, and he hits him in the back of the end zone.
Great kickoff coverage right here on the kickoff following the touchdown.
Yeah, you know, we really take pride in that. Coach Chandler does a great job of running our special teams units and putting us in position to get down the field and make plays.
Now, on the first drive, the Bearcat quarterback started 5 of 6. He finished the game 18 of 41. That's really, again, a testament to your defense, the way that you guys put pressure on them all night long and had great coverage in the secondary.
That's right. Our secondary did a great job of, covering those receivers and finding different ways. They tried to use a lot of different ways to get their guys the ball, and our secondary did a great job of just staying true to their coverage. Our box did a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback all night.
So you guys getting the ball right back, getting a good handoff right here to Kyler Pfeiffer. We saw you guys do that a couple times the other night, and you can be really successful with a player like Kyler Pfeiffer.
Yeah, we had that going into the game plan. We did it a couple times, and it was really a good play for us.
So driving, trying to extend this lead, trying to get a 27-7-point lead, but a miscue on the handoff right there. Ball was on the ground, and the Bearcats come up with the fumble recovery.
Yeah, this is just a miscue. Just the timing of the snap and the mesh point wasn't great, and it was just a miscue on us. But luckily, we were able to. Our defense is playing well,
Yep.
So put them in that situation. We felt good about getting the ball back.
Yeah, your defense, we've said it a lot, but just a big 3-and-out right there. Tipped the punt right there, got partial block. So, inside the Bearcats 40 starting your drive, that's a great field position.
Yeah, it was huge. We really worked it all week. We felt like we could get a punt blocked in that situation. Kalen Jones was the guy that actually got to it, but really good job.
So just trying to make something happen. Now we're in the fourth quarter, still driving. Good run right here, just trying to get closer to the end zone and extend this lead. And here we see a great play right here from Kyler Pfeiffer, getting down towards the end zone, almost getting in, but just being pushed out about the 1 yard line.
Yeah, Kyler Pfeiffer had a great game as well for us. Made a lot of big plays. You saw it earlier in the game. He had a big catch, and then we were able to get him on some sweeps. Kyler's a great player for us on offense.
PAT was blocked, so you guys lead 26-7, but still in good shape here towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we felt really good about it. We just got to continue to play our game, continue to play defense, keep putting drives together on offense, and we'll be fine.
So Bearcats still driving, and towards the end of the game, when you get up on a team like this, they can pass it. They like to run it as well, but sometimes when you get up on a team like this, it kind of puts them in a spot they don't want to be in, makes them run some things that they don't really feel comfortable running.
That's right. That's our whole mentality on defense is make the offense uncomfortable, make them do things that they don't want to do.
So still in good shape here. Again, it was really in the second half just tough for the Bearcats to even really make a lot of first downs as we see some more good pressure on the quarterback right there and intentional grounding, and now they're all the way backed up where they're about to have to punt from their own end zone, which is just a really tough spot for them to be in, and credit to you guys for putting them in that spot.
Yeah, our defense played really well all night, especially after that first drive. Our defense is tough. We've got a really good defense, and in a game like this, in those tough physical games, credit to our guys for being able to handle that,
And here we see on this drive, Braylon Bailey is going to have a couple of really nice runs. And like you said, he had a great game the other night. Was able to come in for Jayshon Davis a little bit, give him some spells when he needed to take a rest, and just really had a phenomenal game for you guys.
He really did. Braylon, he had multiple touchdowns, just a really good player. He's so versatile. You can put him in the backfield and run the football. He runs really good routes. He catches the ball really well. So he's just a really versatile player for us.
Here we see another handoff and going to the outside. And you're just trying to run some clock, get the ball in the end zone, put this game away, and move on to next week. And we see you guys do it right here. A good pass to Braylon Bailey, finds the end zone, extra point. Was actually a 2-point conversion that you guys converted, so now it's a 34-7 lead.
Yeah, Braylon, really good throw and catch right there. Buster found him, got the ball out of his hands quick, got him the ball. Braylon was able to get into the end zone.
And that one just about iced it. You had to feel like after that one, you really had the game won. Defense, the way they were playing on out there, and as much time as was left, there was no way the Bearcats were going to come back, and you guys had to be feeling really good at that point that you guys were going to be moving on next week with a victory.
We did. We still had to continue to play defense and not give them anything, and we at this point, we just want to continue to play.
And it's got to be a big confidence booster for your defense as well. Able to after that first drive, the rest of the game, not allow them to really have many even first downs. And in a playoff game like that, what are some adjustments you guys made after that first drive?
Honestly, we just stuck to our game plan. We felt really good about what we had going in. We kind of thought that they had exhausted everything that they had in that first drive. 19 plays. We saw a lot of different things that they had, and just stick to what we had going in and keep playing defense, keep playing our style of football.
Now, I know there were some matchups that a lot of people were interested in seeing the other night, and one of the matchups that we talked about in the booth was Trey Bledsoe on the big tight end, Brotherton.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Bledsoe is really undersized going up against the big tight end from Mena, but he did a great job on him all night long.
He is. That tight end's huge, and Trey's not very tall, but he plays. Bledsoe, he might be 170 pounds, but he plays like he's 200 pounds. And he's physical. He's not going to let you have anything. He's really good in the pass coverage. We can send him off the edge. He does really good about getting after the quarterback. Bledsoe's been playing really well for us all year on defense.
And another player that we talked about some in the booth was KD Young, a freshman that was able to come in and contribute. That's really big to have a freshman come in the playoffs and contribute to a win.
It is. KD's going to be a great player for us. Mm-hmm. He's already 270 pounds as a ninth grader, and he's physical. He moves well. I think he had 2 sacks Friday night, so he's a really good player. We're excited about having him moving forward.
And after the win, you guys live to play another week. In any year, it feels amazing to be playing after Thanksgiving, but especially this year when you don't know what's ahead. It could be, we don't want it to happen, but it could be a COVID case that could cancel things, and you just want to take advantage of every game you get and every practice you get.
That's right, and we're not guaranteed the next day, even though we're in the playoffs. We're not guaranteed the next practice just because of the year that it is. And it's also, it's a weird year to where usually on Thanksgiving, you're at least in the quarterfinals, where this year we're not even in the quarterfinals yet. So it's kind of extended playoff run, but, we're excited to be playing Thanksgiving week and ready for Warren.
All right, sweet. So we're going to get into some of the players of the week from this past week. Offensively, player of the week, the entire offensive line. We'll go one by one. Matthew Porter, he had a great game helping protect Buster Thomas all night long.
He really does. He really did, and he has all year. Matthew Porter, he's a junior for us. He plays left tackle. He's really had a great year. I would consider him our leader on our offensive line. He does a great job and has all year.
And Darian Beard, another one. He's been really versatile all year.
Yeah, Darian Beard. He had a great game Friday night as well. Darian's played a lot of defense this year as well. Just the situation we had, we moved him over to offense this week. He had probably 70% offense, 30% defense. He's done a great job and progressed as an offensive line for us. He's huge for us moving forward too.
Tucker Johnson as well.
Tucker Johnson, he's our center, and knock on wood, he's not had a bad snap all year. And he's done a great job of handling that position. He's improved so much over the last couple weeks. I think he had his best game Friday night.
Zane Huddleston, another one that had a great game the other night.
Yeah, Zane Huddleston, he's the only senior on our offensive line. He's a huge kid, 290 pounds, really physical, really been playing well.
And Max Wilson, another one that we've seen a lot on defense as well, but the other night on offense.
Max Wilson, he's a sophomore. He plays right tackle for us. He's started most of the year at defensive end, at week end, and we had to move him over to the offensive line 2 weeks ago, and he's been taking pride in what he's doing for us, and he was huge for us Friday night as well.
So defense player of the game, Donovan Witten came up with a big interception for you guys.
Yeah, Donovan Witten, he's an outside linebacker. He's a sophomore. He had 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He had an interception. That interception was really big. He really had a great game Friday night.
Special teams, Kalen Jones.
Kalen Jones, moving. We were talking about the punt blocks, and we worked on that all week and really put it on Kalen. Hey, we want to put pressure on the punter, and we really thought that he could get there, and he did. He didn't get a big block, but he got a hand on the ball twice in 2 different punt situations. So really big for him in our special teams. And
then Badger Spirit Award, Courtney Brown, a guy that some people may not know has been hurt a little bit, but still a big part of you guys' team.
Yeah, Courtney Brown, he won the Spirit Award this week. He struggled from an injury earlier this year and was able to come back, and then this past week kind of re-injured his leg, and but still he's at the game. He was helping pick up stuff off the field after the game. Before the game, he's getting stuff off the trailer. Even with an injury, he's wearing a brace. He's doing anything he can to help the team, even though he's been injured twice this year. You really don't see that a whole lot anymore. Kids, if they get injured, they kind of, try to take care of that. But he's willing to help the team anywhere he can.
Yep, sweet. So, we talked about him moving into this next week, going to Warren. second round of 16, I should say, of playoff action. It's going to be a tough game, always is, and we were talking about it a little bit before, but it always seems like the Badgers have to go through Warren on their chase to go far in the state playoffs.
That's right. You know, in the past few years, it's been a really big matchup. You know, a state championship game, and then the year after we had to go to Warren, and it was a big game for us. But you know, it's almost become a rivalry.
Yep.
You know, you just kind of expect Warren and Arkadelphia to see each other at some point during the season.
So offensively, what are some things we can expect from Warren?
Warren, they're going to play multiple. They're going to spread the ball around. They're going to really try to get the ball to their running back in different ways. They'll put him out wide and bring him in motion, do different things, but they do a really good job in their run game.
Defensively, what can we see from the Lumberjacks?
Defense, they're going to be 4-3 defense. They'll too high shell. They'll do a little bit of different things, but for the most part, they're too high shell, 4-3 defense.
Sweet. Well, Coach, I just want to say thank you for being with us. We hope to see you next week after another Badger victory. We'll have ticket information on the Badger Athletics Facebook page and at APSD_athletics on Twitter. If you can't be to Warren on this Friday, we will have the broadcast for you at ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com/broadcast. And we hope to see everyone back here next week after a Badger victory. So, Coach, thanks for being with us. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Go Badgers.
Go Badgers.
Sponsors of Inside Badger Football include Chad Kesterson with Shelter Insurance, Southwest Sporting Goods, Taylor King and Associates, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts, Price and Company, Doctors Rob and Gary Rucker, Eccles, Thompson and Ebone, Farm Bureau Insurance of Clark County, Turner & Turner, Attorneys at Law, EasyBins.com, Blake Bell of Edward Jones Investments, the accounting firm of Turner, Rogers, Manning and Plyler, Welch Funeral Home, Roger Wingfield of State Farm Insurance, and Southern Bancorp. Inside Badger Football is produced each week by Ouachita Baptist University's Rogers Department of Communication.